good morning, good afternoon, salutations, wherever you are in the world. This is Melesha Baily with Love for Life Wellness, and welcome to Sister Saturday. I am so excited to be with you today. We're going to have a great show with my guest host, Miss Amby Lewis of A Girl Like Me Network. Amby, can you say hello to everybody?
Good morning and good afternoon, world. How are you all doing? And hello, Melesha. How are you?
I am so good. I'm excited. So I am actually in a hotel room in Seattle. I'm in Seattle, and that's what I love about what I do, because if you have a mobile connection, I'm actually on my iPad and not my computer, but I can do what I love doing. I can coach clients. I can do my show. I can do it from anywhere. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got my granddaughter with me, and we're just hanging out, letting her parents have a little bit of rest. This is their first time ever being away from their daughter, and I'm
Oh my
surprised they
goodness.
weren't calling and texting me all night. But me and Ava, this is what I love, being a grandmother, and I came here to visit her. So to have her all night with me, it was really really fun, and we had breakfast, and she didn't cry one bit, so I'm excited. So but anyway, this is where I'm in Seattle, but I am getting ready to do the Sister to Sister Saturday, and I'm so excited to be here. So I do the Sister to Sisters because I want to empower women to become, unfold, to be their best self. My tagline is to live the rest of your life as the best of your life. And I bring guests on every week from Armenia to Argentina to from Canada on the show, other women to share their expertise and their knowledge to help us to live better lives. And so a lot of times we may talk about health and wellness. I've had all kind of guests on this show, but this year, on the second year, going into the second year of Love of Sister to Sister Saturday, my goal is to bring a lot of different women on, talking about a lot of different things to help us to become our best self. And so we're going to have people in finance, and we're going to have nonprofits and realtors and just a whole slew of people just to help empower us to become the best that we can be. And so I'm really excited for my guest this week, Miss Amby Lewis. She's got a profound story to tell, and it goes very much with the health and wellness, because I believe in order for us to have healthy minds, body, and souls, we have to know who we are, where we came from, and then chart a path to discover and to live a life of purpose and destiny. And that is what Amby is doing with her life and her nonprofit and the things she do. So I am really excited for today's show. So Amby, first of all, thank you for being a guest on the Sister to Sister Saturday, and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, Melesha, thank you for having me. I love what you do. I think it is intriguing. I think it's so healthy for all women, whether they're black, yellow, brown, anything. I just love what you do, and just kudos to you. And I'm sure anyone listening that can definitely relate to it. It's inspirational, and you're right. Like living your best life. That's the best part about it, is being able to be true to yourself and really opening up and able to accept like what used to be something that was normal for me because that's what the upbringing was. But now I'm able to actually live my life. This is what I dreamed about, and this is what I'm able to do. And it's not draining. It is very healthy. You get to be able to be unapologetic about how you step. And so I am a founder and a president of A Girl Like Me Network. It's a nonprofit for girls. And I started it in January. Well, actually, like last year, December, but we actually popped off in January of this year. So we've been rolling around for 8 whole months consistently with a range of girls from, so we started out with maybe I think like two or three. We've been up to 35, and then the numbers fluctuate, but we are definitely about to start our second mentorship program. We focus on mentorship, life skills, and also independent living resources until hopefully we get to open up our own shelter one day. That's my goal, is to be able to have a shelter, which we will, just in a matter of time. But I'm just a little 32-year-old mama three entrepreneur here in Springfield, Missouri, from here, born and raised. I left, came back about 6 years ago. I was in Tulsa and I decided to be an entrepreneur, but I also work part-time too. But the main thing is to really focus on really working for myself, but also helping others, with their lives and handling their children appropriately and understanding them.
Wonderful. Good afternoon, Leisha. Thank you for being with us this morning. And Danielle. Thank you, Danielle, for coming on. Danielle, she is a part of your network. She's a volunteer, she volunteers with
Yes. Hey,
you.
Danielle, how are you?
And I got a chance to meet Danielle a couple of weeks ago, and she is going to be on the Sister to Sister Saturday because she does a wonderful job with parents as teachers. I believe that's what it is.
Yes, that's what she does. And she's so good with the kids and this organization. I'm so grateful for Danielle's service. And I just can't thank God enough for blessing me with some awesome team members. She's definitely one of them that I appreciate. She's always there, always on time, focused, ready. She's definitely devoted. She's showed up so much, from mentoring. Also, at any event, you will see Danielle a lot. If you don't see me, you'll definitely see Danielle at every time. At wherever a Girl Like Me network is, if I'm not there, Danielle's probably one of them.
Well, I really enjoyed talking with her. And we just met a few months ago, but it's like we just clicked, and I see the younger me in you, and I can't believe you want to hang out with me, but I'm so excited, and I'm just so happy for what you're doing in the world. And so we're the topic of our show today is born to be forgotten. So I asked you to pick a topic and so tell me, what does born to be forgotten mean?
Born to be forgotten. Well, let's see here. You know that the way life goes, sometimes you come into this world and it's unknown. You don't know if it's good or bad, right? And people base your life or how you're going to be when you get older off of maybe your parents, your family, your struggle, your life causes, and they forget about you. But like, okay, well, oh, they live in the shack, by the tracks. There ain't never gonna be nothing. Their mama not nothing, or she's not doing nothing. Their dad's not around. They always forget about those kids, and those individuals that really actually could use an extra hand or someone to understand them, someone to guide them. If you see that, so I chose that topic because I was that girl. I'm that girl that um, came into this world full of mysteries, not knowing anything, and having so many people that could have been able to help me get to where I'm at right now, or maybe even further. They weren't there. They weren't. And so that's sometimes how I feel. I'm like, oh yeah, here I am now. Let's do this. We're about to help thousands, millions of girls. My goal is to be able to leave a footprint for all girls to know that there was a Black girl that really, really got it out the mud and understood. And she was trying to be there for all little girls out there. So born to be forgotten. I got y'all.
I love it. It is so powerful because as little girls, I have my granddaughter with me, as I said, and I just think, she has an opportunity to do great things in the world. Both her parents are educated, they're very smart, but what happens is she gets caught up in the world and she is forgotten. Anything can happen. And so I worry about her,
Yep.
and I don't ever want her life to not matter and for her to be forgotten and get messed up in the cracks and crevices of the world. And so I just thought it was just apropos that she is here with me today as I'm doing this show. And so I believe one of the questions that we have, I don't,
She's
I don't know.
definitely lucky to have you, Melesha, because there's so many girls out there that doesn't have a grandma or a role model, a light, and that's part of the reason why a Girl Like Me network is here, because there's not women enough of you. Okay, and so it's definitely glad, she's very blessed to have you, and so
Well,
happy.
I am blessed to be her grandmother. And I just think about me, some of the best times I ever had was with my own grandmother. And so I just wanted to be with her. But I love being around young girls because even though I had good, strong parents, well, I had good parents, but I got caught in the traps and caught in life, and my life could have just, well, it did. it started off kind of rough, and I'm getting a late start in life in my late 50s. But you know what? It just lets me know it's never too late. You can
Nope.
always do something, you can
Hmm.
always turn things around. We have a purpose, we're not forgotten, and we have dreams and visions, and that we can fulfill our dreams and visions no matter what. And so that's what I believe this is what it means to me. So let's talk about the beginning. These are the topics that you wanted to talk about. So what does um, you want to talk about the beginning? What does it mean to be to at the beginning?
At the beginning, well, let's see here. Well, the beginning, Melesha, I never like I never imagined that I'd be sitting here talking to you, right? I never imagined at the beginning, probably I was hoping that one day I'd become a doctor. I start having kids at age 25 and the la land, right? I was like really sometimes in like a fairy tale, it seemed like. That was the beginning for me.
Mm,
And the reality of it was I wasn't going to be a mother at 25. I wasn't going to be married at age 25. I was going to be actually a mother at age 18, 19. Um, so I had to take that, when you said to take another path, well, that was the path that was selected. I wasn't, you would always think the beginning, I used to think about like, am I the only little girl that was missing some pieces? Should I say, not going into too deep, but I was wondering if I was missing two pieces. Like, obviously, my dad wasn't there. I didn't meet him until I was in fifth grade. But considering the beginning it was real kind of, it was very mysterious. Not being noticed, should I say, meaning my mom, she had her struggles. My dad, he was, when him by him not being there, I didn't have that actual relationship to grasp a hold of understanding men, should I say. And so then that carried on later down in life about with the relationships, about my children's fathers or the dating the men that I've dated. The beginning was just like very mysterious, just not understanding that everything that went on in my lifestyle, like, living from pillar to post. I've been in foster care and lived with folks. It sets you up for something different. It don't set you up to be like, oh, I'm guaranteed it. It sets you up. Like, so when that, whenever you go into that fantasy world thinking these are my plans, okay, this is my way out. This is what you think when you're in those situations. But in the reality, it's like a crab in a bucket mentality.
mm-hmm.
Straight up, it's like a real crab in a bucket mentality. We all trying to get out. We all trying to look for some type of help. But in my case, honestly, every now and then, majority from 16 on up, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. I was on my own. When my mom got out of prison, my uncle sent me up there to the city, and boom, reality hit. Okay, so I'm really on my own for real.
I guess I
So,
was thinking is that the way we begin definitely has no bearings on who we are and what we become, and we cannot. Sometimes we want to erase our beginnings and how we started, but you can't erase it because that is the foundation to take you to where you want to go. Whether it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, it is our lives. We have to think about it, deal with it, and be able to embrace it and move on. And
yes,
so a
ma'am.
lot of times we want to forget about our beginning. Or sometimes, like me, I'm older, and sometimes I can't remember the beginning. But really, you have to take time to think about your beginnings, process your beginnings, because your beginning, it's your road, it's your journey. And if you don't think about your beginnings, you can just keep those mistakes going and keep repeating and repeating and
Absolutely.
repeating. And so, recognizing your beginning, embracing your beginning, and being able to move forward, I think that's a very important to not be forgotten, because you don't want to forget your beginnings.
Basically, that's how it goes, sweetheart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the beginning, we all plant seeds. We plant, that's where the seeds were planted. Now that I'm older, I'm 32 now, and I'm able to realize, okay, so that was the setup. This is what this man had in store, or God, he, she, because, it's a spirit. But I'm like, this is what was in plan. And like, who would have
Mhm.
never known, even in the middle set of my life when I'm going through my adult, you know what I'm saying, my younger adult ages, not, with these misunderstandings. identity, even trying to figure out who am I? Do I want to be that, you know what I'm saying, that bad, you know what I'm saying, that bad, or do I want to be or do I really want to be like who I am today? It was a like I conflict. It was a conflict for me because I was raised like this. This is who I seen. I raised, you know, around the dope dealers and things like that. So now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, okay. So the beginning is what really made me be able to talk about it now, because I can talk about it now. I can relate. I have something to do. I have, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got a little formula down to figure out where I'm at today. So I can share it a little bit.
And so I think about like the middle. I guess a lot of the young girls that you work with are probably either in the beginning stages or in the middle stages. And how do you help to navigate those young girls that are kind of like they're not at the beginning. They're, you know, they're still young enough to be at the beginning, but help them navigate to the middle part of their lives so that they can have purpose and destiny.
That's a great question. And so I prayed a lot about this, Melesha. I really did. I asked, honestly, God to guide me. Whatever you do, prepare my feet, prepare my tongue, making sure that I speak genuinely and at a level where these young ladies understand me. And not only them, but also their guardians, their parents, because I see so much where these girls are so lost. They in that conflicting area that I have been in, not knowing like which way to go, because if it's like, you know, trying to fake something that ain't really what it is. So my goal is, like with my mentorship program, is to implement, you know, strength, empower these girls, these young ladies to be whatever you are. You can look at me and think what you want, but this is the blueprint behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, letting them know that you have the ability to change whatever at the drop of the dime. I had a speaker, Dr. Sharita Thomas Tate, that actually came and she talked about rewriting your story. When she about the book binding, and actually my magazine, Empower You magazine, there was the binding. It was like called Binding You, or the binding, Empower and Binding. It was something about, I did the title on it, on that magazine that year, that quarter. But that binding process is so important, and letting these girls know that this is normal. It is okay. You don't have to be on TikTok. You don't have to be on Instagram. You don't have to be on Twitter. You don't have to be all that. You don't have to be what's going on right here on social media, because behind that, we can strip our bras off, strip off this makeup, and this is you. Who are you really? And so with my mentorship program, the identity issue, being able to balance life and understanding their roles in life. You are a sister, yes, but that don't make who you are. Who makes you make who you are. How you feel about yourself. How do you love yourself? Not because he tells you all that and your booty all fat. No, I want them to get this point, because guess what? I didn't get that. I was groomed. I had gotten to that point at these 8 girls' age where if they tell me, because I was thicker than normal, and they was thinking I was having sex, but nope. I guess it's the steroids or something in the food that started happening, because my daughters are doing it too, but I really want to with this mentorship program, these girls, I'm actually teaching it myself. My first mentorship program, I did not do one-on-one or anything with these girls. And so I got a whole six phases that I had created with this mentorship program, because this is my baby, but I believe in it so much, Melesha. Every process from, pushing educational from the STEM, and to, political things, governing, financial literacy. I even setting up mock events for these girls. Like, it's going down this mentorship and so forward, just because I know some things that I was missing. And if only I could just not be intimidated when I went to go ask for help, because they're scared sometimes, yeah. They don't want to get taken away from their mom and them, and they know that mom is all messed up, right? They're not, because they got that freedom still. But if they knew that they have the freedom to go date that fine ass drug dealer and things like that, they know they have the freedom to really start setting up their future right now. Why? You don't have to wait until later, whenever you have to go through a domestic violence situation. You don't have to. I'm trying to build their strength right now. That's all.
And when you said that, I even think about me being a health and wellness coach. I think if we can help these young girls to have a positive mindset and positive
Basically.
mindset about their bodies and how they feel about not how they look, but how they feel, how they eat, how they drink, how they take care of themselves. I think that's a part of mentorship too, because a lot of times young girls, yeah, and I know for myself, they eat a lot of crap, they eat a lot of junk. Um, and you know, then they look up and they're unhealthy in their 20s. And so as part of that mentorship too is really sharing the girls that they can eat healthy and that they can be healthy and they can, you know, have a healthy mindset and they can live in gratitude and they can live their authentic life. That's all a part of health and wellness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And so it
Absolutely.
really goes well with what you're trying to teach. You're trying to give them the whole package.
They're gonna
Um,
get the whole package. You're actually signed up to come. You're coming with Dr. Kathleen or Kayleen Long with Mercy. And so the day you guys come is that day that you guys get to do all that in this great span of time that we have. But I'm so excited because I know that you are the one that they need to listen to. You have all the gems that are necessary for these girls to be able to catch on, because sometimes they don't catch on all the time. They
yeah.
come, they have those speakers that come in their classrooms and it's just like a little bit of an hour of yeah. I'm not saying these women ain't doing their job, but we're gonna have to break it down and relate to them on a whole nother level. And that's what we're doing. And I'm so excited to have you come and do it with an actual doctor too. So this, I can't wait. You're so right. That's part of the mentorship, is letting them know, because you don't want to be my age and start to get them jiggly legs. So my sons say, they call me Mama Jiggly Legs.
We have a comment. Let me see from Lisa. She said, it's so wonderful to have these programs and mentorship, but how to we get older women of inspiration to walk in the trenches and provide support for some of our most vulnerable young women with the pulse of this country so negative. So I guess her question is, how do we get other women to get involved and walk these trenches and walk beside these young girls to provide that support and mentorship? Have you had issues with that? Is that what you're trying to do? Do you have any advice for women that want to do this?
Hey, Felicia, thanks for asking that question. It's definitely appreciated. That's a great question. I have accepted, we have open volunteership, like volunteer where you can come and volunteer for my organization. It doesn't cost anything to volunteer. You go through a training process because we don't just put anybody around these girls for their safety and just for state regulations. However, that is a great question. I used to do women empowerment brunches that I wanted to touch with women on this, that want, had different things and different views on life. But now that I'm working with the youth, I really believe that partnering with saying finding the organizations that are, there's not just organizations like mine out there. I'm very new and a little bit more urban, so to speak, but I am for everyone. But I encourage anyone to come and help mentor with these girls. We have several events every month, but that answer for you, I really don't have clearly just yet, because I'm still processing it. How can I get everyone to be on the same page? Because I am out here on the front line. I mentor one-on-one with girls from even rehabs facilities and things like that. And I just like, by me pushing myself out here more, I'm hoping to encourage women like you, Melesha, all of us, because we have the same mindset. If we can all just get, furthermore and do activities. Like I said, I'm here at events every month. And it would be really great to see more women bringing more children, like, canvassing the areas, and providing these positive, because we can't be boring and we can't be negative, but, positive activities for the girls. So I really don't have a whole good answer for you, but that's a little bit of something for you, Miss Felicia.
Well, Leisha lives in Rhode Island, and so Leisha she's spread very thin. She's involved in a lot of things, but Leisha,
Okay.
I would say if you are wanting, I see that you have a heart for this, and so you might get some of the younger ladies in your area from your church maybe to start some type of mentorship program, and you can maybe kind of help them along, because it is really really needed. And like my son's girlfriend, I think this would be something that she would love doing here in Seattle area, because it's really needed, because girls can get caught up in a lot of things and a lot of negativity, and to have programs and mentorships that can really help them
That's
is
all. Just a
that's
little
it.
bit. We got to provide these safe spaces. Now, I didn't know Felicia was in Springfield. But Felicia, if there isn't a nonprofit in that area for like this, we are branching out. We are actually looking to open up another chapter here in Joplin, Missouri soon. And just to kind of throwing that out there, but we are willing, like I said, we've been rolling nonstop, been very successful in these last 8 months. I just have to give glory to the man upstairs. We've been very successful this year. And so I don't see this organization going nowhere, but we are able to branch across the border. So if that is something that you guys don't have up there, because what we do again is mentor girls. We provide like everything would be basically already set up for you. It's just actually having a board and everything to be in that area and for me to come and train everyone. But
That sounds good.
a mentorship, life skills, and like I said, independent living opportunities, because I got emancipated at age 17, 16, 17. And that means there's a lot of other girls that can too. So
Absolutely.
it just meant, you know what I'm saying? You just need some strong ones. And like I said, we basically, I think we got it down, but we making sure we got it down. But we definitely willing to share our organization across the border. So Girl Like Me Network.
I see this organization just growing through leaps and bounds and really being a powerhouse in the United States and maybe even globally, because it's needed. I mean, we could see the need in Springfield, and you would think in our little state, a little town, that it's not needed as much, but it really is. And so
It is.
and we are a microcosm of other small towns in America, where you think, oh, this little town, they don't have that kind of stuff going on. These girls, they come from good families and, wealthy families and blah, blah, blah. But there is a segment of girls that really need that, somebody to really come beside them and show them the way. Like even me, I'm counseling. I've coached a few young girls on their health, and to be able to help them turn their health around at a young age, that's inspiring to me. So I know with what you're doing, that's inspiring to you, to watch these young girls, these babies, and just think, you just started 8 months ago, just think 10 years down the road, when somebody comes to you and say, Miss Amby, you helped me to do this, and you were instrumental in helping me to.
That's goals. That's all I want to hear. Let me know what they done. So that's why I created this, the process that I have. It's super dope. Melesha, I can't wait. I will have to tell you it. I will have to show you what I done. But this mentorship is really sick. It's so great. I'm so excited to share it with these girls this semester. Like I said, we call it the level up. And because we level them up, period, on everything, just to make sure that anything that you might miss at home, we got them. And like you have made a statement about when they come from good families. You're right. I've had girls come from good families in there, and I'm listening to the conversations, and I'm like, oh man, I knew that you needed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you needed to see for yourself that it wasn't like what you thought. Like, I've had some Caucasian girls come in through, and they want to see the culture. They want to figure out what's going on with us Black people. They do. We do braidathons, and like we do everybody's hair. We've had white girls get there, some weave in it, and everybody. I'm like, okay, like seriously, this is what we do. It makes my heart so happy. But then they just don't get it. Some of the stuff they just don't get. And so by being able to come into our world just a little bit, it gives them.
Excuse me just a second. Somebody's
Yeah.
trying to get in my room. Just a second. I'll be right there.
Oh, I can't get to you fast enough, Melesha.
I'm sorry. What time is checkout? I'll be checking out soon. I'm sorry. Housekeeper's trying to get in my room.
Girl,
Sorry.
we're gonna have to. I said I couldn't get to you fast enough. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm in a, like I said, but I had the door locked, so she couldn't just come through. But when somebody doesn't answer the door, why you just open it? But she said she thought I was gone. Uh, we have Miss Tyra Knox, who do you know Tyra?
Yes, Miss Tyra, how you doing, love?
She said volunteer through prayer and financial contributions as well is important. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I would have to say that. Absolutely. Um, we pray a lot, but we could always use more prayers and everything. And we have lots of different financial, and we are definitely always looking for bigger opportunities with the financial side. But lots of prayer. I know that without God, none of this would be happening for this organization. Um, that's one thing I know. I'm just every day I wake up with gratitude. Thank you, God. Even when for the craziest things that go on in this organization, trying to figure it out. Um, but I also ask for the right people to be a part of this too. It's not just about the service that we offer, but also about the right people that we come in contact with. Because I know that not all services are some that we can accept for. I don't care what I'm never going to put a dollar on that. So, but yes,
So
ma'am,
you just became a 501c. So what does that mean to you for your network being a 501c?
well, that means we ain't got to pay no taxes, no federal taxes anyway. No, that part. But it also, and we're also waiting on that Missouri one too, because there's like 2 phases you got to go through. I'm excited because a lot of people were saying they didn't want to donate or anything or talk, do anything with us. Basically, some of the bigger organizations throughout the city, they didn't want to do not business with us. They want to work with us, but they needed that 501c3. I have several meetings set up over my calendar days for probably the rest of this year. And so what it means for me, hopefully that I'll be able to gain financial assistance with actual, like I said, I would like to have my own building because right now we at SRCC. If we had our own building, we can be consistent weekly on a daily basis for the service of the girls. And I can actually I need space for my shelter. You know what I'm saying? So we can, because with the housing portion of it, there's certain stipulations that need to be taken care of, and we have a plan, but we need building. So I'm asking, hopefully with being a 501c3, that would find someone's in their heart to help us with a building space that is ours, and that would continue also for mentorship, so we can be consistent with their gears, their supplies, field trips, their services. We would like to pay for guest speakers, our braid-a-thons. There's a lot of things that we wish that we could do, you know what I'm saying, that we want to be able to keep doing. I spent a lot of money on this organization so far this year out of my own pockets. Being a 501c3 just lets people know that, that IRS believes in us, so they should too.
Wow, that is amazing. I know how it is spending a lot of your own money to fund your dreams. And so you do what you have to do because it's your dream, it's your baby, and it's going to come to fruition. But having that 501c is really going to help take you to the next level and starting writing grants and things like that. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to see you flourish in such a short amount of time. And the impact that you're doing here in Springfield is really amazing.
God is
And
good.
it is, I can see it reverberating around the world. So you are doing so many things. So before we go, just tell me what are, I know some of your plans. Is there something that is the biggest challenge for you right now?
Biggest challenge. Getting money, the funding process. I just revamped. We added some new cool board members and revamped our board to get things rolling. We actually found, more people that were devoted, invested into our organization, and they've been showing up and showing out since the very first time I talked to them. So that came with that lot of prayer. Because at the beginning I was all really confused. So the challenge was that board, because I felt like that me and Marlon was really doing a lot by ourselves. There would be nights, Melesha, I wouldn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, just because of me just doing everything someone else was supposed to do. But the biggest challenge was the boarding, but now just the funding and just trying to implement the right grants. And so we got this mentorship coming up, so we need some more money for sure. But I don't know. I don't know. The challenge is just making sure we need some more girls in the seat. That ain't too big of a challenge, but it is a challenge.
So how do you find, I guess, how do you find the young ladies? Do they find you? How do you find the young ladies that you want to mentor or that come into your programs?
Well, they find me. I get referred some girls, word of mouth. We haven't even did our canvassing on the land yet, but word of mouth, Facebook. They finding us. We have that back to school bash, and we had some girls sign up then at the and so I thought that was really cool. That's what I wanted to do, to have girls sign up at the back to school bash. But just word of mouth and Facebook, and just kind of events, hopefully. But the goal is to be an SPS. I want to be able to do like just some similes. That's all. I don't ask to be an after school program. That's not my goal right now with SPS. I just want to do assemblies to get our word out there so girls know where we're at, what we're doing.
So can any girl, whatever, just be, is there some stipulations about a girl being a part of a girl like me, or do you just, do they have to come from a certain background, or is it, you just want young ladies to just want to come and just be a part of what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. Any girl from 5th grade to 12th, that are like usually about 10 and a half to 11 and, 18 to 19. We're a little flexible in the age, as long as they're in 5th to 12th grade. And that, that's willing to be open to new, that need us, that need that mentorship, need that balance. Because like I said, a lot of girls, there's a lot of mentorship programs here in Springfield. What separates me the most is that we don't we give that warm family feeling. Like, it ain't no cheesy stuff over here. you know I'm not. I'm like, I got teenage daughters myself, so I relate to them, but also I relate to them so we can get a step further.
Well, I just think you are marvelous. I think you're fantastic. I pray for you in my women's group, my
Oh,
prayer.
I know. Okay, so I got to listen. It's on my calendar. Okay, women's prayer. Yes, ma'am. Our women's prayer. I know it's 7 o'clock to 8. Like, if I could show you, screen share you, I promise you, it's on my calendar. Okay, so
It's okay.
this.
You know what? But we still pray. Everyone that's a part of the group. Now I haven't put this on Facebook because I'm very specific about who is in this group, and I don't mean to exclude anybody. And if you get offended, I'm sorry. But what I have done is I have a prayer group that's specifically for African American entrepreneurs, women, because as Black entrepreneurs, we have certain prayer needs that nobody else has. I'm in a part of a group of Black women that are business owners. That's different than being an entrepreneur. And so Amby has been on a couple of our prayer calls, but you are always on our prayer list. And I understand you're busy.
I feel it. You know what? I'm going to tell you this, Miss Melesha. I feel it. I'm just so grateful to have you in my life. You don't understand. Like, I feel the prayer. I don't know how many women's out there praying for me. I know my mama praying for me on the daily, but definitely to know that you praying for me, another woman that I know guarantees praying for me. Like, I appreciate it so much. I feel the prayers. They have been working. Just to let you guys know, what I've been praying about. And I just want to say thank you. I don't want to get all teary, but just to let you know, I feel it so wholeheartedly. So thank you.
You're gonna make me cry. Leisha, who's on
I don't want to mess up my makeup. So
Leisha is a part of our prayer group too. She has several businesses, and I know she's busy taking care of her mom and dad. But once you're a part of our prayer group, you will always be part of our prayer group. I'm trying to get Leisha to come on to join my business with Love for Life Wellness, because I'm expanding my business, and maybe that's what I'm going to talk about next week, because it will just be me next week. I've kind of revamped the Sister to Sister Saturday. I don't have a guest on every week. We have guests on 2 times a month, and then 1 time a month I do teaching on my teaching, and then I have a week where I can kind of revamp and get myself together. But I'm glad to have you a part of the prayer group. I'm glad to have you part of my life. I am glad to see you flourish and become the best. You were not born to be forgotten. You were born to shine and to be a star. And you are shining so bright, and you have so much to give to the world. And God, if I'm still alive 10 years from now, I plan to be. I plan to live
You
till I'm
will
100.
be.
So,
We're gonna be celebrating. We're gonna by that time I
100,
better have
but
some yachts. We're gonna be on the yacht. We're gonna be in Miami somewhere on a yacht. Yeah. Yes.
amen.
Like we
But
did it. We did it.
I
We
can't
did it.
wait
We're
to
doing
see.
it.
And Amby and me, I'm gonna be a presenter at the SCORE E3 Women's Conference, and Amby is
Oh,
too.
ooh. Let me tell you. Okay. I went and backed out on that, Melesha.
You backed out.
I know. I know they were advertising me on their webpage and everything already. That was one of these mental things that I decided to step back for mental health.
Okay,
Like it's so important. Like everybody wants me everywhere, right? And not every stage for is for me to stand on at this moment.
I
Right now,
understand.
God put me in this place to do a job, and I need to do it.
Okay,
Then I'll
that
talk about
is.
it.
I understand. Well, I have a. If you want to come and be a part of, I can give you a ticket.
Give me a ticket. I'm going to come and support you. But
Thank
and
you.
I would most definitely support you. Absolutely. You know, I'll come.
And
It's
Miss
just like,
Tyra,
I
if
just
you're still
chose.
here, I have a ticket for you as well too. Unite Publications, they sponsored me. I really wanted
Yes.
to be a gold sponsor, and to be truthful, I just didn't have the money to be a gold sponsor, and then also everything I needed. So I just put out a email asking people to sponsor my gold sponsorship, and you know what?
Yes.
Through prayer, I was able to get every dime that I needed. And for me to be able to be a gold sponsor at a big event like that, that's big for me. And so
I'm
Unite
proud of you, and
Publications
I'm here
was
for it.
part of that. And so I told Samuel that I would have a ticket for someone. And so if Miss Tyra, if you want a ticket, I will have a ticket. I've got
Tyra
5
can sit,
tickets.
Miss Knox can sit right there next to me. Because I'm so happy for you. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'll support you. But I decided for my way my schedule is, I don't want to be overwhelmed. I know it was a great opportunity, but if it's meant for me, there'll be plenty more opportunities for me. But like I said, honey, I just decided just to sit on down and like I said, let me do my job first because let me give you something to talk. I'll give you something to talk about. Let me finish what I'm doing real quick.
Well, you know what? That is empowering. And that's what this conference is about, because you are speaking to your power and you're not trying to be all things to all people.
Yeah,
And so that's
it
inspirational
was a
to
great
me.
opportunity. Like I cried when I
And you
even
know
got
what?
asked.
Just think you're getting these top opportunities now. Just wait what's going to happen. And for you to say, to pull back, to me, that's the most empowering thing that you can do. And so I am proud of you for doing that. And I commend you. I salute you. And I'm
Are you,
excited for you.
are you gonna have a table? Because
Yes,
who's gonna sit at your table? Do you want me to sit at your table?
I do need some help at my table. Thank you.
Because you remember
I'm,
while you're on the stage, someone will be able to work your table and stuff. Girl,
I need
I'll work your
actually.
table.
Thank you. I need help doing my tables. A lot of times I don't do vendor shows because it's just me. Even though I'm adding people to my staff, which I'm so excited to talk about. Yeah, so a lot of times I don't do them. So, but yeah, if you want to help me do my table, we're gonna have aprons. I'm working on all the swag bags. I've
I
got some
love
great stuff to
it.
give
See,
away.
I'll
And
help you.
I'm just thank you. Well, we're kind of getting off topic, but this has been a great show, and I'm just so excited for you, Amby, and I'm excited to be a part of it's in October when I'll be going and help with talking with your young girls, and anytime you need me. I wanted to be a part of your board, but I'm kind of glad I didn't get selected because I've got a lot of things going on, but I'm here if you need me for anything. I'm always here to help because I believe in you and I believe what you're doing, and I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you so much. I
And
appreciate it.
any parting words before we go? Thank you, Miss Alicia. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Danielle, and anybody else that was on today. Thank you for watching the being a part of my Sister to Sister Saturday. Let me look at my calendar. The next guest I have is going to be, I believe it's going to be Miss Kai Sutton. She's the president of the
Oh,
NAACP
that's
here in
awesome.
Springfield, and she will be with our guest on Saturday, September the 4th. And we're going to be talking about domestic violence with Miss Kai
Yes, Kai's
Sutton.
really good at that. She's definitely big on that too. She's been through it.
And so that's why I said I want to give people a lot of different things that we can talk about. So next week it'll be just me, and I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to be talking about, but whatever it is, I'm praying it's inspirational
It will be.
and empowering. I think I might do a little bit of my presentation for the conference, because I'm trying to try it out on people. And so the name of my presentation is called Your Soul's Power, and it's empowering us at our soul level to be the best we can be. And we're talking about a lot of things, but really getting in touch with our soul, with our inner being, and not putting it on the back, but listening to what our soul is trying to tell us, because it's
Yes.
talking all the time, but a lot of
Yes.
times we're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
And so I may kind of give a prelim on that. So, but
Oh, that I'm here for it, because that's so important. Oh my goodness. Like, people don't understand that. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss out. And if you miss out, you're gonna be upset. Or you're gonna be trying to point the finger. You can't point the finger at nobody but yourself because you wasn't listening. But I love that.
thank
I'm
you.
happy for you, girl. Show up and show out then.
Well, pray for me. I need everyone's
Yes, ma'am.
prayers. Please pray for me, and pray for Love for Life Wellness, and pray for a girl like me. Pray for those that are on listening today,
Thank you.
and just pray for this Delta variant. Pray. It's just so much going on in the world. I had somebody text me the other day and asked me how was I feeling about all the stuff in the social media, and I'm like, you know what? I'm more concerned about COVID-19. I'm more concerned about the big lie. I'm more concerned about Black Lives Matter. Yes, the stuff that's going on in Afghanistan is hard, but I've got a lot of other things that are really relevant to me that I'm concerned about. So thank you, Leisha. She's an awesome conversation. Love you, Leisha. She's my girl. So anyway, we are going to go. We've been on a long time, but thank you so much. And anybody wants to, now, before we go, if anybody wants to give money or wants to volunteer or anything that's in the Springfield area or across the country, how do they get in touch with you, Miss Amby? Or I can put the link inside of our show notes.
Our webpage is www.aglm as in Mary, N as in Nancy.org. You can mail a check, money orders, or anything. We are at P.O. Box 2941. I want to make sure you guys send the money to the right place, okay? 2941. I was that was a step I had missed when I had it's a new P.O. box, okay. Sorry. And I'm like, what I do with that doggone paper?
Well,
it's P.O. Box 2941. I'm pretty sure it's 2941. My contact's crooked in my eye. Hold on. I don't know if you've seen. I was kind of 2940. But a Girl Like Me Network, P.O. Box 2941, Springfield, Missouri 65801. Email me AGLMN. I'm on acronyms for a Girl Like Me Network. So AGLMN and calendar at gmail.com. You can email me any questions, any concerns. That is to me and my VP. But a Girl Like Me Network will get a hold of us. You can donate through their PayPal if you want to write a check directly, so PayPal don't have to take their fees, because you know what, they take fees.
Yeah, they do. I have a lot of people that send me money through PayPal, but I like Zelle because Zelle doesn't charge me anything. I might start just using Zelle. So anyway,
I don't want I'm 32. I'm a little old school. Like, you better ask me. Look, I keep the ledgers. I keep the ledger book for my counting. Okay, like, I'm old school. Yeah, I got a digital, but I got a hearing too. Like, you know, I'm like, if the internet goes down or something one day, then just maybe I will be the one to save us all, because I had the common sense that people, you know.
Well, anybody want to get in touch with Amby, you can find her on a lot of our social media, and A Girl Like Me. I will put the notes in here. But anyway, I just want to thank you so much, Miss Lewis.
Thank you for having me.
And your team is amazing. You are amazing. And I'm just so happy. So goodbye, everybody. I will see you next week for Sister to Sister Saturday. and take care. Have a wonderful week. Catch me on Monday for my Monday masterclass. It's at 1 o'clock in my social media pages, at 1 o'clock at Melesha's Love for Life Wellness. And we have a 10-minute conversation, a masterclass on Monday. So I'll see you guys on Monday, or I'll see you next week on Sister to Sister Saturday. God bless. Take care.
Bye.